Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. The Lion's Den podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now, back to the show.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for the bonus episode. And we're going to speak a little bit about Kobe, not just the man, but the late, great Kobe Bryant. But we have an individual here that has had a personal relationship with him. So I want to introduce to the Lion's Den, Foots. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Foots?
What's up, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on up. Glad to be here, man.
There you go.
Glad to be here, man.
So been knowing you for a long time, man.
Yes,
been knowing
sir.
you for a long time, man. And so when you got out in the military, you had the privilege of doing some things in the NBA, you know, and really connecting with a lot of NBA players and things of that nature. But if you don't mind, go ahead speaking on how your transition led you to working, in the NBA.
So, long story short, I started in 1992. My mom was unable to afford my shoes. So I grew out of shoes every year.
Okay.
So my shoe size grew with my age.
Okay.
So when I was 10, I wore a 10.
Okay.
I was 11, I wore 11.
Okay.
When I was 12, I wore 12. And then when I got to a size 13, my mom couldn't take care of it no more. So it got to the point that before this, the eBay and the whole situation with as far as like going online and buying shoes was not the situation. So my mom told me to write a letter to the Miami Heat and reach out to them.
Okay. And you're originally from?
I'm originally from Miami.
Okay.
I'm originally from Miami. And she had me reach out to them. I wrote a letter. And I wrote that letter to them, and they responded back in a week.
Oh, wow.
And they said, you know what, we're going to bring you in to work a game. So I ended up becoming a mop boy on the floor, wiping the sweat off the court when the players fell. And when they fell off, anything incidental that happened, they looked out. Excuse me. They actually made sure that I took care of business on the court when they fell. And I handled it so well. And they offered me a job.
Okay.
They told me I was good. I was good, and they're gonna keep me for the entire duration during my time. So from that being said, I ended up working the entire rest. My mom didn't have any worries anymore as far as shoes.
Okay.
Because players like Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal, wow, it's so many people that Scottie Pippen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anthony Hardaway, that became a part of looking out for me and giving me shoes. Like the first day I came on board, Alonzo Mourning stepped to me and just said, "Man, your name is Foots because your feet are just your name is Foots. From this day forward, your name is Foots." And so he just basically just said, I'm taking care of you from this day forward.
Oh, wow. Alonzo
And-
Mourning.
and- yeah, Alonzo Mourning. So, and he just gave me shoes from everywhere, man.
Okay.
I mean, dress shoes, tennis shoes, whatever. I was just forever blessed, and I was thankful. And then after I did the successful, that run ran out. It ran its course, bro. And I graduated high school, and I ended up telling my boss that I had to go to, I went to college. I graduated, that type of thing.
Congratulations. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I made that landmark. I made that success. And then things didn't go the way they went, and I joined the United States Air Force.
Okay.
Air
With
power.
my uncle. Yeah. So, with that being said, I joined the Air Force. I did 15 successful years.
Okay, good.
No discrepancies.
Right.
And, nature ran its course. And on top of that, every time I had an opportunity to take leave, I went home and I worked with the Miami Heat.
Okay.
I worked with the Miami Heat constantly. I took 2 weeks of leave. You know what that 988 is about. You got to fill out that 988 when you got to go to work, and take that leave off. So I did the 988 situation when took my leave, and I went back home and worked with the Heat. And it hurt that in 2006 I was deployed. In 2009 I was deployed.
And deployed where? Where did you go?
Deployed. I went to Iraq.
Okay.
I went to Iraq. So I missed the first Miami Heat championship.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I missed the whole Miami Heat championship. So it's all good. I wish I had the ring here to show you, but I had it on last night. So I missed that situation. But man, I'm at a loss for words.
All right.
I really am.
So bringing it to Kobe, explain how that relationship manifested. How did that happen?
Oh man. So when I met Kobe in 1996 after he got drafted by the Lakers. I remember Jerry West made a trade to get him. He traded Vlade Divac for Kobe and a number 1 draft pick. I'll never forget that. And I was like, wow, he did that? Really? But my first interaction, when he walked to the locker room, and y'all gonna laugh about this, and the first thing I said to Kobe was like, man, you went on a prom date with Brandy? You had that?
Right.
How did that play out? I'm like, how did that go? He was just like, man, you already know how I get down.
Oh,
I was like I knew him. like you know how I get down. I was like, what? I don't know you from grain of salt. So even though through that, we had a good connection. We always communicated with each other. We had a very strong vibe, and with Kobe, he was a genuine person. He always took care of me through it all. He sent me shoes. I wear size 17, just so you know. That's why they call me Foots. We didn't get about that. We didn't get into that, but he always sent me shoes. He always took care of everybody around him. He was a genuine dude. He always cared about everyone else until it came to his family, and that was the biggest impact that he had on my life. I remember one night, he had a terrible shooting night, and he was on he had, like I said, sorry, I'm stumbling.
It's all right.
Sorry, it's just heartbreaking. He had a terrible shooting night, and he was like, Foots, let's go outside. Let's go on the court, and let's go shoot. He said, go get 2 balls, and let's go to work. Because I didn't do enough tonight. I didn't do enough to make things happen. I didn't do enough in the game to win this game. So I need you to go get that and make it happen. And I ended up shooting with Kobe Bryant for 2.5 hours on the court. And he would put me on situations and plays on the floor that he would make me pass on the ball on certain points. And he would make me work and he make me, throw the pass here, and then he would make me play defense too. And on top of that, what was so crazy about it was he would make the other ball boys run the stairs. Like it was their fault. He would make the other kids.
Are you serious?
I can't make this up.
Right.
I can't make this up. He would make the kids run the stairs, and he would make the kids run suicide lines on the drill because he wanted them to be great. Because the thing about with Kobe, once you told him you was involved in basketball, man, it was almost like it was almost like a crime because he had the kids running up and down, back and forth. Mind you, this is like 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids, and he had them working. He had them working.
Wow. So
and
that
his
had to
dedication,
be amazing, man. That had to be amazing having, one of the greats saying, hey, if this is what you want, this is what you need to do. You know what I mean? Because you can see through him that, it took that work to get to where he's at, So, but no, that's awesome, man. That's real awesome. So, I know we spoke before about, your relationship and when he got married and, all of that. Explain that a little bit.
The relationship situation. Wow. I didn't know that kind of came out of nowhere for me because when we first met, he was with Brandy. You know what I'm saying? He was want to be down, from the prom.
Right.
I was like, bro, you took it. He was like,
Right.
He was just like, man,
Right.
man, you already know I handle
Right,
business. I already took care of that. So, when he got married, it was a shock across the league. It was a shock across everybody that knew him because we didn't know he was going that way. So it blew me away. Truthfully,
Okay.
it really truthfully blew me away. I had no idea that was coming. I mean, what's crazy is that years later, because I took leave to go, work with the Heat, and I always made sure I would go at the peak games, the big games that mattered. So I would go to the Lakers games, I would go to the Cavaliers games, and I would make sure I'm down there during the time frame in Miami to be around Kobe and be around LeBron and be around KG when those players came in town to hang out with them and kick it with them. And when they actually got married, he brought them to me. I actually had the opportunity to meet Kobe, of course, Vanessa, Gigi, Gianni. Nika was not here yet. And it was so impactful because she had the same genes as her dad. And on top of that, also, he loved his family.
There we go.
He loved his family. He loved it. He loved it. He was all about that, man. He was about his people. Even though, Joe Bryant and his mom wasn't at the best of terms, he made sure his family was solid. So with his passing, it just make us realize that, man, life ain't granted to nobody, no matter how much money you got, how much how financial gains or endorsements or anything of that sort. Man, life is too short.
Absolutely.
We gotta live.
Yeah, I read earlier today that they said he left behind a $2 billion estate, right? But at the end of the day, I think, and I think this will be not just for him, but anyone that they would trade that in order to be here with the individuals that they love, and that's helped supporting him, and to also continue to do the things that he loves. So, we got any questions around it? Anything you guys want to add in? Questions about his relationship with Kobe?
I would have to ask you, What was the biggest influence that you yourself feel was your biggest takeaway from your experience from Kobe Bryant? Did he leave you with something that you would live with for the rest of your days?
Yes, sir, brother. I do have one. He always told me to always inspire and always help and give back. He always told me to help and give back to people because you don't know what that person's situation is. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know where their next check coming from. You don't know where their next dollar coming from. But one thing I will say, he looked at a person and he said, if a person is going through it and I can't see it, you know what? I'm going to give a couple dollars just to help that person. He did. And he did that to me too. I'm a personal experience of that. When I was in the military, you know, that BAH ain't always right.
Preach.
Let me tell you something. That BAH ain't always right where you at. But you know what he did for me? He made that BAH right. He made that BAS right. He made sure. I ain't had no kids. I am nobody. I was single. He made that happen for me. He made that situation work to where my rent was paid. I got food from the commissary. You know what I'm saying? He made that work. And on top of that, he kept shoes on my feet to the day he died. To the day he died, he made sure I was good. He checked in with me. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of fake Twitter pages out there. There was a lot of Facebook pages that was following him. They was fake. But every time his number changed, I had his number, and he would hit me up, bro.
That's what's up.
That's my answer to you, Will.
So look,
I love you, bro.
Let's say this. Let's what would you say would be the most fondest memory besides, you being the point man to make sure his game is right and watching these little kids sweat, that's damn near child labor. You know what I mean? Got them going up and down the damn stretch.
You earn these shoes today.
I know. Like, look, hey, all they want is some M&Ms and some damn Now-Laters. Why you got me doing this, bro? I'm only in the third grade. The hell, But so, what would you say would be your most fondest memory of Kobe?
Oh, the greatest memory? Wow. I'm glad you asked that, Seth. The greatest memory I had with him was I posted a video from one of the friends I got on Facebook with me and him shooting. He played the Miami Heat, and he went 3 for 11 from the field. Terrible. I mean, yeah, terrible game. And he waited for everybody to leave, and we ended up going back on the court and shooting for another 2 hours after everybody left. And you know what he did after that? He told me, "Thank you. I love you, bro. You always got my back. You always looking out for me. After all these years and everything I've been to, you helped. You was solid with me." And you know what he did? He put shoes in the mail. He put shoes in the mail. He put not only for me, he put shoes in the mail for all the ball boys that helped him.
Shots for shoes,
There
baby.
you go. There it is.
Yeah.
up.
So, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace
That's right.
to the Black Mamba, number 8, number 24, Black Mamba, and all the families affected. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity and this platform, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
I love you, brother.
No doubt, man. Much
I
appreciated.
did it without crying.
You did. Now, hey, you almost lost it, but it's okay. We watched it
A couple
You did a
times.
little
I
bit.
did it without crying.
Okay, so look,
I love you, my G.
So look, we on live right now. Is there anybody that have any questions? Any questions for him?
Please believe it.
I got a question.
Okay, hey, come on in real quick.
Come on.
So my question to you, right, is what is the biggest misconception of Kobe? You know him from
I
on
got
the
that.
court,
I
but
got
what's
that.
the
I got
biggest
that.
misconception off the court?
I got that. I got that. Oh, I got
Okay.
you. So, the biggest misconception of Kobe off the court, they said he was not approachable. They said he don't talk to people. They said he don't sign autographs. They said he doesn't interact with people. They said he is man, I can't cuss, but you know, they said his language it was foul, and he doesn't know how to interact with folks. Those are all lies. Because if you knew Kobe was real. Kobe was the homie. Kobe was the 6 people I'm talking to in this podcast. Kobe kept it real. Kobe kept it 100. Every time Kobe came through, I'm slapping his hand and showing love to him. Please believe it. People came over from all over, from Snoop to Jamie. I met him. I didn't even meet these people before I met Kobe. I met Kevin Hart. I met Jamie Foxx. I met random people. But we're not here to brag. We're just here to celebrate this man's mission and this life and what he was conquering and what he was set out to be. But long story short, nah, Kobe was not that guy. There's other people that was like that. And Kobe was always about giving back. And that has never changed. At all.
Ken, you got a question?
It's unfortunate that it took a situation of this magnitude to see people come together.
Yeah.
What do you think we, as a people, can take from this to keep that going, as opposed to it being 3 weeks, a month, 6 months? What do we need to do to keep that going?
Live for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good one. What you say, Will? What you say?
You got to live for today, because as you see, tomorrow's not promised for anybody. And I think a lot of people live with, I'll talk to him next week. I hit him up next month. I see you at the next reunion. And you're not really valuing those valuable opportunities or those moments because they're not promised to any of us. And I think sometimes we all get complacent with our day-to-day lives where we don't value those that are around us consistently. You kind of get caught up in that regular scheduled programming and you kind of miss out on those other opportunities, and you don't know when a day is going to come. So I think if you start anywhere, you need to start with today. Do something different.
Yeah, I believe that. I would say too, man. Just to your point, man. Live on purpose. You get what I mean? Live on purpose, right? So regardless of what it is you say you want to do what you say you're going to do, right? Because since you don't know when, I saw something and I think I tagged, the team in it, but as far as the line, you don't know where you are on that line as far as when it's your time. You can be the next person. You can be 10 people ahead of you. You get what I'm saying? The thing is, like the post said, you can't jump lines. You get what I'm saying? You can't go to the back of the line. You get what I mean? You're there in line. So I would say what I've learned in this process, because you don't know. I think we had a vision of how great Kobe was going to continue to be in our own mind 10, 15, 20 years from now. And then all of a sudden this happens. So now you don't know when it's your time. So live on purpose, whatever it is that you say you want to do that. Foots, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. I mean, our time is not promised. We don't know when it's our time to go. Hug your kids. Hug your family. Any broken relationships, fix them. Any grudges you have, put it together. Anybody you got beef with, as the young folks say,
Squash it. Yeah.
cut it out. We not on that no more. We about building relationships and redefining the culture.
There we go.
We about empowerment. We're definitely about improving our situation and the brotherhood, and that's not only with the military, that's civil service. You know what I'm saying? And our mission partners, we have a lot to live for, and God only give us so much time.
That's right.
To make it happen.
Absolutely.
So we got to make it happen while we still here, and be that focal point in people's lives. So, all that, the bickering and all that, cut it out.
Yeah, right.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Walk away.
That's right.
And I'm just thankful, that I'm in a place, in a space, as well as you brothers, that we can be able to sit down and have this conversation and be humble and be grateful
And be real.
and be thankful and be real and be solid. And I can wake up tomorrow and make you some cheese grits and make some cheese grits and bacon and eggs.
Right. Wait a minute. Right.
I do have a comedic side too, so comedic side coming, but that's for later.
Okay. All right. We got a comment. Go ahead.
What's my question?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, so now that we had the untimely passing of Kobe and everything, the Black Mamba mentality has been pushed to the forefront.
Oh, wow.
So I'd like to know what it means to you and how you implement it. Also, the rest of you guys, what do y'all think about it? And do y'all implement that mentality into your lives?
You know what? That's funny. That's funny you mentioned.
And explaining what is the Black Mamba mindset, because
So-
and before we go into that, I also want to add the Nipsey Hussle mindset, right? The marathon continues, right? So, and some people get that and some people don't. And so we can touch on that another time.
Are we going there?
No,
Are we going there
we gonna
tonight,
go there.
bro?
We're going to go there tonight.
going-
But
okay,
we're going to
okay.
keep it straight,
we
straight
can go
Kobe.
there.
So to answer his question, what do you think about that? as far
Okay,
as
so
keeping that
when it
Black
comes to
Mamba?
the Black Mamba mindset, he's the perception I know is that he's a silent assassin. He's a silent killer. He strikes when you least expect it. He's always ready. He's already. That snake is ready to strike at any given time.
Okay.
He's ready to come at you. When you think he laying down, he sleep. Yeah, he rolling over. Yeah, all right, good try. He's coming at your head. He gonna get you as you least expected and walking by. So when you apply the Black Mamba mindset as far as your kids, the kids, sports that they're involved in, your lifestyle. That's a Black Mamba mentality. When you want to get to 5 on the EPR, you gotta have a mentality to get those signature and strong bullets to get you where you need to be in life, to get that good rating, to get that commander's endorsement. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on the other side now because I'm not on that side. But as far as the civilian piece of it, strive to be great. We got to be great. We have to be great in all walks of life. When it comes to your family, when it comes to your kids, take care of your kids, take care of your wife, take care of your girlfriend. Take care of people that mean something to you in life, and you make that walk with them, and you be a killer about it, and you be real, and you don't hold back.
Okay. All right. What you think, Kenny?
Took all the words out of my mouth.
I'm sorry, bro.
But I'm gonna add
sorry,
to that,
bro.
though.
I'm
I'm gonna add
sorry,
to
bro.
that.
You
So-
probably left on something.
No, let's talk about being great.
Yeah,
Great in
be
whatever
great.
it is that you're aspiring to be great at. But also, when you find yourself falling short, make sure you have a good support team around you to help push you and to make you continue to achieve that greatness.
Dig it.
That's crazy.
What you got?
I'm in the room. I'm in the room with him.
When we talk about the Black Mamba mentality, the first thing I think about is preparation. A lot of people want to be great, but are you willing to put that work in to be great? And another topic that comes to mind is legacy. What are you doing today to prepare for what your legacy will be when you're no longer here? What are you doing right now that's going to speak to all your hard work and your efforts throughout your lifetime? A lot of people think for right now, But I'm looking for, if I think about Black Mamba mentality, that's going to live forever. That's what you want to aspire to be. That's what you want to aspire to do. But how many people really has that internal motivation to do the work to get to that type of level? That's what I think about when you talk about Black Mamba mentality. Hard work, baby.
That's spot on.
Got it.
Spot on, G.
Got it. Well, listen, hey, there's nothing for me to really add to that, because it is, it doesn't, I don't have to reiterate it, but that's solid, man. That was a great question. That was a real good question. But I want to thank you, though, brother. Thank you for coming in and being a part of the Lions Den, and you're also welcome, man. Always, anytime to come back.
Most deaf, bro.
Come to the mic and get it in, man. So, where can individuals find you, man? Where can they find you on Facebook or social media?
Facebook is Parron, Parronk outing, Outing, foots.com. Facebook is therealfoots.com.
The real Foots. Boy, you holding on that Foots, ain't you?
Yeah, most definitely. Better. Hey, Instagram is therealfoots.com. You under dig? And then Twitter is therealfoots.com.
So just everything real
therealfoots.com.
.17.
Yeah.
Got 17.
Yeah,
Wow.
we got a lot of fake foots out there, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I want them to know that it's a real foots out there that put that in play.
Right on.
So, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
And that's what it is. But I appreciate to be on the show. I'm glad to be a part of this team. I'm blessed.
No doubt.
Man,
No doubt, my dude.
Man.
this is my family right here,
That's
man.
it, man.
You
Hey,
feel me?
and that's how we do, man.
This
That's
is
how we
family right here. I look forward to get back on
do. No doubt.
this platform, and we can talk about so many other things.
And you know what?
We got more work to do.
We will. And for ladies and gentlemen, those that are watching right now, make sure you subscribe to the Lions Den with Seth on all major platforms.
100.
And we want to thank y'all for staying in tune, and we
Yes.
have a lot more in store for you. But again, wait, real quick. Who went in the Super Bowl? Because Detroit could have did it, but we wait.
Wait a minute.
But so
Sit your ass down.
Detroit.
Wait,
Sit
hold
your
on.
ass
Wait
down.
a minute.
Hey, hold on.
Wait a damn minute.
Hey, he must have said that because Eminem got an album coming out.
Okay.
Eminem got an album out. Eminem got an album out.
All right,
That's what he said.
so who you got? Who you
Eminem-
got, Will?
Eminem
Man,
got an album.
I'm gonna go with the mode, man. And mode, baby.
with the
KC gonna get it.
You got Kansas City? Okay, who you got?
I'm going with Chief Life.
You got
I'm going
Chiefs.
with the Chiefs, bro.
Larry, who you got?
boy
We
good.
can't say the Chiefs. All right, who you got?
I'm gonna go Chiefs 43-40.
43. Wow. Not only
He came
accurate,
with the
Oh, he
predictions,
went-
baby.
He went for a shootout.
yeah. All right. Hey, Herman, who you got?
You better not say no damn Titans either.
Wait, who you got?
Who you got?
Chiefs gonna rip them out the front.
All right, ladies
Okay,
and
say
gentlemen.
no more.
Hey, y'all heard it here. Who? Yeah, I did. The Lions.
Hey,
Lions.
hey, they
All
must.
right.
Hey,
All right, but no. So seriously,
they must got Barry Sanders on the line.
Hey,
They said San Francisco
you know what I'm
win.
saying? Look, you ain't talking about my Barry, all right? But look, so, hey, but anyway, you know what, man? Honestly, man, I do so much. I haven't even been watching TV, man. So honestly, man, I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy it, man. Hopefully, I'm around some good folks and doing it, man. Because
Already.
that's what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the bonus episode of the Lions Den. Make sure you subscribe. #24, #8, #the Lions Den, and we will see y'all on the flip flop.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Make sure to listen to the show on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, and Radio Public, where you can subscribe, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you like or dislike this episode, we'd appreciate your feedback on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Lionscast. Check out the book, The Black Collar Mindset, The Art of Strategic Thinking, on Amazon, or www.theblackcollarmindset.com, a manual to maneuver through life strategically by holding yourself accountable. Tune in next week for another episode of The Lions Den with Seth.